Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of, do acts of kindness always have a motive? What do I mean by that? Well, it comes from the concept that nothing in life is unmotivated. There's always something that you're trying to get from it. So if you think about it this way, people often think, oh, I'm just doing it because I'm doing it, but does it make you feel good? Well, if you're doing an act of kindness and you're feeling good about it, well, that is a reason why you are doing an act of kindness. It's motivated. There's a purpose to it. You're always thinking about a result. So basically, making somebody happy will also make you happy. Or you're thinking, hey, well, if I'm kind to X, Y, and Z, well, they will be kind to me too. Is that a bad thing? Well, not really. It's just that basically it kind of shows that nothing in life is unmotivated. There's always a reason why we do things. We don't make people angry at us, or we don't hurt other people because it'll make us feel bad. Kind of like the same thing, right? So what do we do with that? Well, we think about this. The world, what do we want it to be? We want it to be a better place. Why do we want it to be a better place? Well, because if it's not a good place to live in, well, it's not going to be a good place for us, including myself, to live in. So the motivation is you want to treat the world well because you want to live in a peaceful world. Same with the body. If they say a lot of times, my body is my temple, right? So what do they mean by that? Well, you have to treat your temple right. You have to treat your house right in order for it to treat you right. So the motivation for treating your body well is that you will live, hopefully, a longer life. And even if it's not the longest of lives, you will still have a longer time being healthy and a longer time doing the things that you actually enjoy to do. And that's the whole point of kindness and the whole point of trying to have a peaceful surrounding around you, and the point of being helpful. Same as whatever job you're working at. If you're not helpful, if you're not willing to do what needs to be done in order to get the job done, well, you're not going to be a pleasant person to be around, and you're not going to be able to complete the task that is given to you, so you are not doing your job. And it just goes with pretty much everything in life. And the motivation of having a job and doing it well is, first of all, it makes you feel good, but second of all, you also get money out of it. And with money, you can treat yourself, you can do things, you can have a better life, but you also are happier being surrounded by people that are pleasant to you. That's why I think a lot of times when you're seeking jobs or you're trying to basically just in life, whatever you try to surround yourself by people you enjoy spending time with, because if you don't, well, then you're just going to be miserable a lot of the time. And I don't think people want to be miserable. Maybe some people like it, maybe some people like being miserable, but I certainly don't. And that's the whole point of kindness. And I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting that there's always a motivation to things. It's just that people don't really think about it, but it's true. And it's true that there has been, for example, people who have instinctively jumped on train tracks and picked up somebody who fell from the train track or whatever right before the train comes and stuff like that. And even in those things, it's almost an innate reflex that we have as humans, that we kind of try to help people, and we just have biological things within our body that make us understand that if we help, it's our advantage. That's how we've survived through generations and generations, and how we'll survive into the future too. And we are often attracted by things that have pretty big, like big eyes, and that's again another biological thing, because babies have basically the size, their eyes are basically the same size from when they're little babies to when they're full-fledged adults. That's one part of the body that doesn't really grow. It kind of stays the same, at least in size. And we just know instinctively that something that has bigger eyes needs more attention, it needs more care. So we would go and help that human that is smaller and defenseless. And I think maybe sometimes that's why we're kind of attracted to the small little dogs and cats and stuff like that, because they have big eyes, and we know that instinctively they're kind of helpless, and we need to be able to help them in one way or another in order to survive. And by doing that, well, we're doing something good. But in the case of humans, like little kids and stuff, we're helping and ensuring the fact that future generations can keep the lineage of blood of human beings, because that's an instinct in our preservation that every animal has, I think, in some way or another, where they don't want their species to not exist. And I think it goes beyond that, where we know instinctively that life is very precious, and we need to do everything in our power in order to keep it going forever, in a way, or as long as it can, because nothing is forever, right? But I really do believe that kindness is always motivated by something, but it's not necessarily because it's motivated by feeling good, or I feel better about the things I do in the other moments of my life, or whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever it is that makes you feel guilty or whatever, and the fact that you help people makes you feel a little bit better about yourself. Well, why not? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being kind. And once again, it's win-win. You make somebody feel good, you help somebody out, then you help yourself out too at the same time, and you're not hurting anyone. On the contrary, you're actually helping people out. So I think that's a really, really good thing. Okay, well, that's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and try to be kind to each other, the people surrounding you, and I think we'll be in a much better world. Okay, have a great day. Talk to you soon.